Hi everyone, welcome to this reading. I have my crystal ball off to the side, so I will be scrying throughout this message. If you're new to my channel, my readings are a little different, and if you're returning, welcome back. You know how we do. If it doesn't resonate with you, if you're forcing the story to fit, arguing with it in any way, just leave it behind for the people who it's meant for. I'm about 4 readings in today. I'm doing a bunch of readings and then scheduling them out up until like Monday or Tuesday, I think. I think this one's Monday or Tuesday. So we'll see if my voice makes it through this reading. Okay, let's go ahead and taking a step aside. And allowing Spirit to pass through me. Opening up to receive information. Okay, that is very specific. Someone is becoming extremely aware of the cyclical nature of things. You may even be seeing things spinning as you close your eyes. So when you close your eyes, you might see like what looks like the galaxy spinning or the stars spinning. I don't know why I'm feeling that it's actually counterclockwise for someone. There is something about maybe you're concerned with like cyclical time or seasons or however you resonate with that concept. There is this energy that the idea of the circle has become very important for somebody. Maybe doing work within a circle, laying circles as boundaries. Okay. Notice the circle thing. Well, I know I'm picking a circle deck, but like notice that. It's almost like, oh, this kind of brings me to the last reading I did where it was like the contraction and the expansion breaking out of a particular barrier. It's almost like someone is understanding the nurturing quality of that cyclical nature, that it's okay, we're going to revisit this again and we're going to learn more and grow more, and then we're going to come out and then eventually it will cycle back in again. There's something here about that. There, time and essentially the wisdom that time creates, right? The pearl is something that takes time to form, and it's only through sort of friction and uncomfortable scenarios that it forms. And that this in and of itself, oh, okay, so somebody is starting to learn that that cyclical nature is not working against you, it's actually working for you. Okay. That is part of the embodiment of the feminine energy. And so, you know, the process that it takes, the time that it takes, the patience and the grace to let that cycle happen, cycles of life and death, and all of those things are all embodiments of the feminine force. So someone here has come into some sort of like feminine mysteries energy with this. And someone else has come into like an understanding that the cycle resides within the self. Okay. The card that comes out is Trust Your Path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? And I think that that is really the way that someone is thinking here as they're embracing this process and the cyclical nature of things and the way that things are moving in their season and in their own time. I'm being told to take the bottom. It's Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. Okay. The country of Turkey is important for some reason for someone here. I don't know why that's what this is making me think of, but it is. Okay. On a foundational level, there's this thing that we feel as people, that everything has to move in this linear sequence, that everything has from point A has to lead to point B, it has to lead to point C. And there's a certain amount of beauty when we understand that sometimes we reach Z and then the whole thing starts over again. We go back to A. There's been an element coming up inside of the readings lately that have been talking about someone waking up one day and finding, wow, like I'm literally living the same life I had 20 years ago. I don't know why 20 is standing out, but 20 years ago. But it's just slightly different. I'm different, right? So it's like someone's picking up something that they used to love to do, or they're really embodying the same sorts of qualities that they had prior to this sort of journey that they've been on. And now they're revisiting it in a much more powerful and mature form. That's also coming through in this because of the cyclical nature. It's almost like someone feels that they've been given another chance to, and I almost feel that there's something significant about Saturn return in all of this as well. Someone's been given a second chance at something. And maybe the first time around you married it to another person and really it was your path. Maybe the first time around you didn't know how to be self-actualized and now you do. There's all sorts of reasons why we find ourselves in the same type of energy or in the same scenarios, and it's almost like somebody has returned to something and it's like, I can do something with this now. And I don't know why, like this energy is making me want to cry. I think that whoever this message is for, it's like you've been through a very, very hard journey. Very hard journey. And you've had to go through some insanely difficult things in order to arrive at the place that you are now and feel like you're being given a second chance at something. The concept of the Divine Mother is very strongly coming through. We pull the Mother from this deck. We have Anna, Grandmother of Jesus, coming through here. So that concept of the Divine Mother, of the Divine Feminine energy coming through, whether you're man or woman, male, female, doesn't matter. Okay, I'm being told to take from this deck. Now, this is the Muse Tarot. I am not going to pay any fuck all to the book, so just be aware of that. Whatever I'm saying the card means is what it means to me. With the Eight of Materials, this for me, she's kind of like, she's kind of juggling these flowers, right? It's like all these different areas of someone's life where they've really unfolded, and I feel that they're not done unfolding. It's like, oh, I get to revisit all these different things and I get to explore what more I can do with them, what beautiful things I can create here. And that's kind of the energy that someone's in. And I'm noticing that the biggest rose is on the back of her head and it's like unfolded. This is a very channeling telepathic center when we have that open. This is essentially when I know that I'm getting telepathic information from somebody, I know that it's going to land there. When I'm channeling something very strongly, this is where it lands. So this is what's happening for somebody. I mean, that's not where it lands for me, but that's where it lands for most people when it's channeling. This is an opening up to some sort of divine communication, possibly this divine feminine energy, this divine mother energy. Doesn't have to be, but I'm kind of leaning that way for a lot of people. And there is something about that dance, right? Like, I think I said that in yesterday's reading, or whatever reading was before this, about approaching life like a dance. So there's a lot of throwbacks to the previous reading coming through in this one. Here we have the Queen of Swords. Now, for all of the readings I've done today, the Queen of Swords has kind of been in the periphery. And the Queen of Swords is an interesting energy to be on the periphery of these readings. And here we have her finally showing up because it really represents that feminine nature of protection and nurturance, of I'm going to keep you insular and inside this thing for your own safety and so that you grow. And then when you're ready, you can leave this nest, right? And that's kind of bringing me to this Mother card. It's like we've returned to some sort of energy where we're exploring different aspects of who we used to be. And then once we are able to either bring them to fruition or understand something about it, then we're going to move on in some capacity. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to leave these things behind. It just means that that's when your life begins to no longer look the way that it previously did. Seven of emotions here, we have the Seven of Cups. And so Seven of Cups can be about illusion, fantasy, daydreams. Here, it's almost making me feel like choices, right? There's a lot of different things that somebody is juggling inside of these two energies. When we have the Seven of Cups, and then we have the Eight of Pentacles striking me this way, what it really means is that somebody is, they've got a lot of things that they're emotionally invested in, and they're trying to grow all these things. The interesting thing is that in the course of all of this, you're probably going to have to pick the few that you really want to invest in. We see that here with the Two of Voices. The Two of Swords is, for me, it can be about a choice. But it can also be about things that block us. Sometimes when we have all these different things going on, that really blocks us because we're spreading ourselves too thin. And so that's why I'm saying that. It's almost like someone's going to recognize the different parts and really see, wow, no, this is what still matters to me, and this is what still matters to me, and this is what still matters to me. If I'm honest about it and I back it up a little bit, how it feels is it feels like the same type of energy I feel off of a person when I'm reading somebody and they have like way too many interests. Gemini placements. They have way too many interests, and so nothing ever comes of that, right? They might have things that sit around never getting finished. And it's like the journey that someone has been on inside of their life, it's teaching them how to pick what really matters so that they can complete them and they can do something with them. Here with the 10 of materials, this is the 10 of Pentacles. This is someone's path to building a legacy. So what is it that you will leave behind on earth? What is it that you will transform in your time that you are here? And how will you leave the earth better than it was when you came into it? So this can sometimes be about other people. It doesn't have to be. For some of you, this could be a brilliant creative work that you do, or it can be something that you leave behind in the field of science to further, future exploration and ingenuity. There is something that's going on here also, because I keep being drawn to this card. I wasn't going to pull it, but I keep going back to it. And it's the inner temple devotion, tune into the portal of your heart. So for some of you, there may be a desire to just hold on to all these pieces because you feel that you're supposed to. It's okay to let them go. It's okay to not pick up every single thing that you used to identify with or that you used to love, right? The journey that you went through, it was meant to change you. And if it did successfully do that, you're not going to want to do all the same things that you wanted to do before, and that's okay. Even if this is about spiritual abilities, those things come and they come and they go for many people inside of their lives. This isn't always how it goes, but for a lot of people, they go through a dormant stage, and when they return, we often look for them to appear in the same form that they had before. But you've changed. So those gifts and those abilities, they've changed too. Sometimes the thing that you're looking for is not there anymore, and you have to learn what way it's speaking to you now. Most of the times when we finally learn to really listen to that, it's speaking in a much deeper, more profound way. We were just used to the old way. Okay. Pillar of light. Your vibration is rising and you are the oracle. Again, we're coming into this energy of this like channeling information, channeling art, channeling inspiration of some kind. So I would be very surprised if whoever this message is for, if you don't conduct your own channeling sessions, if you don't do some form of divination for yourself, if you don't maybe channel writing or art or music. There is this idea of receiving information from other spaces, and I don't know, the circle and the cycle has a bigger part to play than just what's coming out inside this reading, and I don't think that the entirety of it's going to be given to me in this space. So whoever this message is for, it's kind of exciting to see what that winds up being for you. It's like there's a mystery about that shape, about the circle. So reading about it, what Greek philosophers had to say about it might be important in your journey at this time. There's something here about lotuses also that may be important. I'm seeing a lot of ravens, so spirit messages may be coming through at this time as well. For some of you, the druids are very important right now. Oh, wow. Okay. If you look at that, it's almost like these roses are yo-yos. So there's something about the yo-yo, that circular shape, how the rope lets it loose and then it pulls it back up. There's something about that that's important to meditate on for somebody, especially if like you keep thinking about yo-yos or you keep thinking about the cyclical nature of things. There's something there for you. I'm laughing because it's kind of cute. It's kind of cute how it's feeling to me anyway. Okay. Okay, I'm going to leave this here. I think that's all they're giving me. So if this resonates for you, please hit that like button. Feel free to leave me a comment. And until next time.